Jake Paul has once again made headlines with his latest fight announcement, positioning himself as if he's already the undisputed champion. It's the same old story. Jake living in his bubble of delusion where every fight is an easy win before it even happens. But this time, things are different. His next opponent isn't just another retired athlete or former YouTube star. This time, Jake Paul is stepping into the ring with Andrew Tate, a kickboxing champion and internet provocateur who doesn't need a paycheck from boxing because he's already a millionaire. Sorry, Jake, but your chances of winning this one are slim to none. There's a lot on the line in this fight. Not just your ego, but your career as a fighter. For once, you can't just coast on hype. You're going to have to dedicate yourself fully to a real training camp, not just show up for a couple of pad sessions and slap on Instagram to pretend you're a serious boxer. Let's face it, Jake, you're not fooling anyone, especially not Andrew Tate. Tate isn't here for the theatrics or the stage hype. He's not interested in Jake's carefully constructed character. He's here to shut Jake up once and for all. For Tate, this fight is about exposing Jake for what he truly is, a guy who built his career on fighting opponents who are either too old, too unprepared, or just there for the paycheck. And in case anyone was wondering, Jake, you're not going to be able to talk your way out of this one. Andrew Tate has been under house arrest for the past 6 months. 6 months without stepping foot in a gym, training, or fighting. Meanwhile, Jake is out in Miami flexing for the cameras, pretending he's about to take on the greatest challenge of his career. The funny thing is that Tate, despite being housebound, exudes more confidence than Jake has ever shown. He has already stated he could beat Jake after just 6 months of training. Think about that for a second. Jake has been boxing for years but still struggles to win against opponents who are either way past their prime or just there for a paycheck. The last time Jake fought a real boxer, it was against Tyron Woodley, a former UFC champion who was far past his peak. And let's not even talk about the embarrassment of fighting a 47-year-old Anderson Silva and calling it a victory. If you're looking for real challenges, Jake, this isn't it. You've managed to turn a once promising boxing career into a circus. And now you're about to get called out by someone who doesn't need this payday. Jake has labeled this fight a huge event, with financial projections suggesting it could pull in 1.5 million pay-per-view buys, translating to an astounding $90 million in revenue. That's impressive, right? But let's not get it twisted. Tate's fan base isn't just huge, it's incredibly loyal. The guy could sell out a concert for a thumb wrestling match if he wanted to. Jake's fans, on the other hand, don't exactly tune in for the fights. They watch for the drama, the memes, and the spectacle. How many of them are truly invested in Jake as a boxer? How many will shell out $60 to watch a guy who's barely taken boxing seriously for years? As for the fight itself, Jake claims that this will be the moment to cement his legacy and prove he's for real. The truth is, this fight is a farce. Jake's career has always been about picking opponents who are either undertrained, out of their prime, or just there for the payday. Tate, however, has a kickboxing pedigree that speaks for itself. He may have been out of the ring for years, but is a 4-time kickboxing world champion with more than 40 professional wins. The contrast between Jake and Tate's experience is laughable. Tate's resume is built on fighting for titles, not creating a YouTube channel and promoting it with flashy videos. Jake's boxing career started as a joke, a way to get views and clicks. Even now, he tries to sell the idea of being a serious fighter, but his boxing skills haven't evolved much since he first started. If this fight actually happens, it will be a battle of contrasts. Jake with his Instagram persona and Tate with his real-world experience. One is selling a fantasy while the other is here to expose the truth. When it comes down to it, Jake Paul isn't just facing Andrew Tate, he's facing a wake-up call. Tate has been under house arrest for 6 months, and he still exudes more confidence than Jake has ever shown. This fight is about more than just boxing. It's a battle of narratives, egos, and ticket sales. Jake's social media game is strong, but Tate's following is on another level. Tate's army will show up, not just to watch the fight, but to see Jake fall. Good luck, Jake. This time, you're not just fighting a former UFC champion or a retired legend. You're fighting someone who knows how to win. No amount of hype or Instagram followers will protect you when Andrew Tate steps into the ring. The world has been waiting for this moment, and it will be fascinating to